You could just see his eyes just kind of bulge because I couldn't do this before. Now suddenly I'm doing this. I'm pretty sure my jaw was just the full jaw drop. He ended up walking away from us without the walker. My name is Caitlin, and I see acts continuing today in Charlotte. The wall it's a section in Charlotte. It sounds more intimidating than it looks. It's literally, the wall itself is about knee height, but it's where most of the drugs are sold. And so we were going towards the wall, and there was a guy who, he had one of those walkers that you could also sit on, because 6 months before he'd had a stroke. And so anytime he wanted to go anywhere, he had to use that as kind of his moving cane. And our team came up, they asked, do you want prayer for healing? And the guy said, sure. And this was at the time where anytime it would be the time to pray, I would stand behind Ryan and just kind of hide, because praying for people freaked me out. And I just remember the two guys pray, and the guy, they ask, do you notice anything? Does anything feel different? And he said, yeah, I think I noticed something, but I don't know. And I just remember Ryan, he straightens his back up and he turns around and he looks at me and he's like, you go pray. And I looked at him and I said, dude, it's not going to work. And Ryan just said, just go for it. You're fine. And so I went over, I put my hand on the guy's shoulder. We asked, do you notice anything? And the guy said, yeah, I think I noticed something. So Ryan asks, well, can I hold your walker and you just go try and take a couple steps, see if you notice anything? Keep in mind, before we started praying, he had told us that the most steps he could take without the walker by himself was like 2 or 3 steps. So he gives the walker to Ryan, and we're expecting him to go for like 2 or 3 steps. Well, all of a sudden, the guy starts walking up and down the street. You could just see his eyes just kind of bulge, because it was one of those, I couldn't do this before. Now suddenly I'm doing this. How did this happen? I'm pretty sure we had some of the crew that was clapping and cheering because it was exciting. I'm pretty sure my jaw was just the full jaw drop on the whole, this actually works. Because I just remember I looked at Ryan and I just was like, dude, this prayer works. And so, yeah, there was some clapping, there was some cheering. But what was so cool is that guy, he ended up, once we were done praying for him, we got to give him some food, we got to give him some water, but he ended up walking away from us without the walker. That was awesome. That was undeniable. That was probably one of my top favorite memories from just seeing healings and miracles on the street, because it was like the undeniable fact that healings can take place anywhere at any time. My name is Caitlin. I volunteer with the Charlotte Mecklenburg Dream Center, and I see acts continuing today in Charlotte.